I did it again.
I did it again.
We had a different background, huh? Different background?
Hello. I hit the freaking button before I get the right background pulled up, before I even get the intro pulled up. All right, let's try this again. All right, ready? And we are live for the Fantasy Football Wake-Up Call. What is up, everyone? We're going to answer your start sits right after this short and very entertaining commercial break.
Always a great intro on a Sunday morning, Mike. Even if you're not, Mike, you're not here to put graphics up. You're just here for your good looks, and I give you that. And you don't have to apologize for messing up any graphics this morning. But good morning, Week 7 here on the MJT Football. We're joined by Scottie.
Whoa!
How you doing this morning?
Alrighty, my man. Ready for another week. Woo-hoo!
Hell yeah.
And we're joined by @NFLMike with his Charger gear. I know he's getting ready to go to that game tonight to watch Geno Smith light it up.
Geno versus Herbert. It's going to be a crazy duel. Never thought I'd be this excited for a Geno versus Herbert game in person. I am. I also have never seen DK or that's it, actually. That's the only star really I'm excited to see in person. Or just on the
and
field.
We'll welcome everybody. TDs is in the house. TDs.
Man, I wish that they would let you, like, on StreamYard trail that music in because I get going during that intro.
Oh, yeah. They have to allow us. At one point, StreamYard is going to allow us to put our own music in there.
Yeah.
We can do it. If you guys are on TikTok, we're on MJT Football. On YouTube, come on over. Put your start, sit them in the comment sections. TD's already in the house. Who else we got? A-Fix, and everybody's with the CMC. CMC is playing today, just acquired on Thursday from the 49ers, but he will be playing tonight. Do you guys think he's going to get a lot of playing time?
I do.
Is he worth the starting spot or a flex spot?
I think he's going to get 10 to 15 touches, and it's CMC. Play him.
You have to play CMC, yep.
So you guys are playing him.
Hey, Scottie, you think that this is a massive upgrade for CMC, right? I think so, just because of the O-line itself.
Yeah, no. Listen, CMC is CMC. He's on a better team. It helps. Better defense. They're going to be in the games. So, yeah, it's definitely an upgrade for CMC. In real life, it's a good trade for both teams, I think, in my opinion. I think both teams, it was a fair deal. But for fantasy purposes, if you're a CMC owner, you're absolutely ecstatic.
I will never say it's a great deal because I do not give 49ers any credit at all.
I'm pretty pumped because I kind of went all in. I traded for him during the offseason when everyone was worried about the injuries, and it's working out so far.
Jordan, what's going on? Jordan said he might have to start Judy and Alec Pierce at wide receiver this week. Bye weeks are one hell of a thing. I told you last week I got hit with the running back position. So depending on your position, like, hey, sometimes Mike and I were talking about this off the air, and Scottie, maybe you can agree with us that sometimes you got to take that L during a bye week. I mean, This is why you want to get those wins early so you can take a couple L's because really it only matters about fantasy playoffs. But sometimes
Mike made a good point before. He's in a 2 QB league. He has 2 good quarterbacks. Is it worth dropping one of those quarterbacks to try to hope he gets some back the next week or take an L at the defense position? And positions like kicker and defenses, it's worth taking a 0, and hope your other guys pull through.
Yeah, and there's a couple lineups where I'm kind of forced because I don't want to drop or add or do anything to my roster. Forcing Latavius Murray and Tyler Algier, who's not been doing great, into the lineup. And it's just bye weeks, man. You got to make it through this part of the season and keep strengthening your team for the playoff run.
Oh, 1,000%. Any other choices other than Judy? I'm not trusting Rippin this week, but I like Alec Pierce.
Mike's all on the Rippin bandwagon.
Let it rip.
Last time Rippin was on a field, he won a Super Bowl, baby!
Yeah. DK Metcalf or Keenan Allen?
Ooh. Oh. Good thing.
Take it, Mikey.
Keenan Allen. I'm wearing his jersey right now. I can't go with someone else while wearing his jersey.
Is he playing? They said it was trending up.
He is trending up. He's still a game time decision, but I think he's going to play because we're down a bunch of receivers today. If he doesn't play, the starting receivers are mic'd up, obviously, DeAndre Carter and Michael Bandy. So we need Keenan Allen out there.
Yeah, if you're paying attention, pay attention to Keenan Allen's status. I'm playing Keenan Allen over DK. But obviously, if injury, you have an easier decision.
And the Chargers.
Well, you take Keenan Allen if he's playing because Justin Herbert always finds him, and he's what do they say? Third and Keenan? Oh, is that what they tried to steal this offseason? Third and Keenan. But if you want to go touchdowns, you go DK.
Yeah, I was about to say that it wouldn't be a terrible choice to go DK. The Chargers have been allowing the most big plays to wide receivers this year of anyone in the league. But the problem is they're not giving up a lot of volume to those receivers. So we'll see if DK can get a few big plays in. If he does early on in the game, then he's probably going to have a big game. But if they're shutting him down in the volume department and they're targeting him a lot, and ASJ and Michael Davis and J.C. Jackson are teaming up on him, slowing him down, it might be a rough day for DK. And it also comes down to the Chargers pass rush versus those rookie tackles. We got Khalil Mack versus rookie tackles on both sides today.
Yeah.
I'll be there. I'm excited because I think it is going to be a fun game regardless.
Who should I start today? Externals asking, Tua or Derek Carr?
Joey!
I will go, yeah. I will go with Derek Carr. What do you think, Joe?
Well, it's tough because I want to see what Tua is. I want to see the way that he's going to react when he gets back on the field. He's going against Pittsburgh. It hasn't. I mean, Pittsburgh's defense showed up last week against Tampa Bay, but Tampa Bay hasn't been the elite team. I might go. I mean, I like Derek Carr's matchup this week, no lie, but I like Tua's matchup because I saw what Buffalo did to this Pittsburgh defense, and you got Tyreek Hill and you got Jalen Waddle. I just think he might get because Raiders are relying more on Josh Jacobs, and he might steal a couple of those touchdowns away from Derek Carr. So I'm looking for the big touchdown wise, and I think Tua can at least get 3 touchdowns, and I'm going Tua over Derek Carr.
I'm not on the Tua bandwagon. You know, everybody jumped on it when he scored those 40 points, and then he forgot who he was for 2 weeks. I'm going to drive the car for this week. I'm going to, keep my eye on Tua, but I'm not on the bandwagon yet, so I'm still driving the car this week.
Yeah, I want to see first how protective are they of Tua as far as the game plan goes. How much running to Raheem Mostert are we going to see? How many of these step back, 3-step, throw that ball immediately, slant routes, stuff like that? And I know what Joe's saying, because Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill have the ability to take a slant to the house any moment. But
awesome.
I'm going to wait and see how they play game plan wise. They might not elect to stand him in the pocket and wait for these routes to develop downfield, which is really the bread and butter of these 2 receivers. So we'll see. Let's go on to the next one here.
Trying to decide my flex. Obvious, Damian Pierce is my first choice, but I'm liking Kenneth Walker's matchup.
What do you mean?
Who's your running backs?
What do you mean you're liking Kenneth?
I'm trying to decide my flex. So obviously I'm taking Pierce. I'm going to take – I mean – yeah, if you run, you must be solid at the running back position to have those 2 guys.
Battling for the flex. Yeah.
Yeah, and if you're going to decide your flex, you put them both in the flex if your running back position is that great.
If you're deciding between Pierce and Kenneth Walker, you got to go with Pierce because even I love hearing a coach saying he has to touch the ball 20 times. Love hearing that. So you gotta go with Pierce. But I do like Walker's matchup. I'm curious who your other running backs are.
Yeah, that really does add some pressure to the coach when he comes out and says he's got to touch it 20 times. Like, so, okay, he has to touch it 20 times, or you're just lying to the media.
Yeah. That's happened before.
Yeah, why would you handicap yourself like that before the game even starts? What's up, Steven?
Steven!
You guys have any fantasy football starts or sits, trades, any questions fantasy football related? Add them into the chat. But while y'all are here, please like the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel with notifications on so you can be alerted every time we go live. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Let's see this. Who's the RB to have in Carolina? Is it Donta
Foreman? Deontay Foreman. He's
the
starter, and Hubbard is backing him up.
I'm a big Foreman fan. I love what he did with Tennessee
He's good.
last year. And that same league I was telling you guys about that I have CMC, I picked up Foreman way a long time ago as well. So I just got beautied.
And because I'm an old bastard, I remember Foreman when he played for the Texans, and he looked good until he got hurt.
Yeah.
So Foreman's a good player. He's just behind the scenes. He's getting his opportunity. I picked up Foreman in some leagues. I gotta ask you guys.
Not you, bro.
No, go on. Joe, Raiders are one of.
No, everybody wants to take their shots at the Raiders. This whole season has been up and down. It's been a weird NFL season. By the end of the season, everything's going to work itself out. The 1-4 start is nothing. There's teams that go 1-4 in the middle of the season and still do it. Everybody's just making a big deal because it's the start of the season.
It's not been up and down for the Raiders. It's been all down. Let's just be clear on that.
Let's just say the Raiders. Let's just say the Raiders will fix themselves. Number one team in scoring drives this year. 53% of the Raiders' drives end in a score. They just need to turn some of those into touchdowns, and they're the 6th most points per game in the NFL. So they'll correct it. Does Isaiah Spiller get a shot at number 2 today, Mike?
No.
Eckler's off the charts.
It's going to be Eckler, Sony Michel, and Spiller's the 3rd.
It's going to be Eckler, and then a little more of Eckler.
Yeah, the only way that Spiller gets a bunch of carries today is if for some reason he gets in there and he starts dominating or something and is just dominant. I don't know if that's going to happen.
Or if Eckler and Sonny Michel bang heads and they both
say that. They'll say that. I want to see Spiller get some work because we're at this point in the season now. It's time, but they've liked Josh Kelly. They've liked Sony Michel, so I think they're going to keep doing that. There's no reason to change. It's still working. The only reason that Spiller's activated is because of a Josh Kelly injury. Flex spot, Everett, Dillon, Foreman, or Hubbard. Ooh,
I'm going with Foreman. RC Productions, thanks for the popping in.
I'm staying away from everything Carolina.
I mean, you guys. No, but I would go Foreman. I like Foreman here. He's above Hubbard. Washington stinks, but they're good against their D lines. Will stop the run. And Everett has been.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
In this one right here, in Everett, Dillon, Foreman, or Hubbard, I'm going with A.J. Dillon this weekend. I think the Packers finally get something. I'm staying away from everything and anything Carolina blue. I'm done with it. I gave them some love last week. Thought they were turning around with the new head coaching. Then they have fights on the sideline and shit like that. I'm done with Carolina. And they're going against Tampa Bay, and there's no.
Renee, this one depends on me for Keenan Allen's status. So keep an eye on Keenan Allen's status as the day develops. Or actually, I think he might have to make that decision sooner, on A.J. Dillon. I'll play Dillon. I think the Packers there's not much logic to playing Dillon because he's been struggling. But I think that the Packers are going to put it together today and hurt the team that they're playing against. I don't know who they're playing against, but I think they're going to hurt the team that they're playing against. But if news on Keenan Allen comes out early and you're still able to make the change, that's when you want to try a shot at Everett because Everett's going to have to be the number 2 receiver at tight end, which is not fun.
Yeah, so that's what Jordan just said. Depends on if Keenan's going. Hubbard's in the starting lineup. Guess what team has the same record as the Lions? Guess what team?
I know what team he's talking about.
Speaking about the Lions, DeAndre Swift is not playing today. He is inactive, just to let you guys know. If you didn't know that already, so you better be checking your lineup. Is there anything else I need to tell you guys before? Let me double check. Jahan Dotson, of course. Logan Thomas is out for Washington. I don't see anything major from any other team.
Can we throw the ball to Terry, please? Please.
Swift is
DeAndre Swift news is concerning to me. Like, I just traded DeAndre Swift. I've had him. I've held on to him. And I'm like, I had great thoughts about DeAndre Swift this year. But they go, oh, yeah, we're going to bench him for 2 weeks, let him go to the bye week, and then he'll be ready to go 100%. And then once I started seeing that, oh, he might not be ready for week 7, I was like, he's done. I'm trading him. I'm getting what my value for him right now. So I did trade him just because I gave you your 2 weeks, Detroit, and you didn't do it. And so DeAndre Swift is out. Not a lot of big inactives this morning anywhere else that I could see.
Joey, Mike, Dynasty League. Who would you rather have, Jonathan Taylor or Swift? Dynasty.
Jonathan Taylor at this point.
I'm going to go with Taylor, but I want both, honestly. I think that Detroit with their O-line and DeAndre Swift, they're going to be together for the next couple of years.
DeAndre Swift is becoming that injury guy that I don't like. It just seems like they're not big injuries, but they're nagging injuries every damn year that puts them out for a couple games, and it's just like, how long do you want to play that? I mean, Jonathan Taylor had the injury this year, but it's just like, I don't know. I don't know.
I really liked what the Lions were doing this year up until the injury. They're doing a good job at giving Jamal Williams some tough work. So that way that DeAndre Swift isn't taking the pounding inside every single play. But he still got hurt. And they were trying to manage it this year. Last year they didn't really manage it very well.
Okay, wants to know why the Raiders suck because they play tough teams. They don't get cake schedules like the Cowboys. You know, they actually have to go out there and play the Tennessee Titans, who were the number 1 seed last year. They got to play the Kansas City Chiefs. They got to play the Super Bowl champion San Diego Chargers. You like that,
wasn't
Mike?
wasn't there a point? Yeah, I like it. But wasn't there a point where the Raiders' opponents, like other than playing the Raiders, were combined like 0-8 or something?
Corrected themselves. Trevor Lawrence or Dak Prescott. It came out today. There's reports all over. Ed Werder, all those guys are talking that Dak Prescott personally came out and picked the Detroit Lions as the team that he wanted to come back against today, that he wanted to play, because Dak Prescott is like 2-0 against the Lions. He's put up 300 and something yards against them every time. Detroit has the worst defense in the league. This makes me go, I hope they lose. I hope Dak Prescott comes out there and gets his ass kicked, because if you personally call somebody out and you go, that's the team I want you to get your ass kicked.
Yes, I hate Dallas. I hate Dallas, but I'm playing Dak.
I'll play Dak.
I'm playing Dak, but I agree with Joe. I don't know. I'm
taking Dak too, but I would love to see a 5-point fantasy game from Dak, and just like the Lions just come down there. Like if I have to tell you that I did pick the Lions today, and I am going to switch before the game time, so I'll probably go back with the Cowboys, because I might as well be like Mike and switch all my picks before the games.
2 picks.
Tom Brady or Matt Ryan?
Oh shit, 2 guys that should retire.
I'm taking Matt Ryan today. I'm actually starting Matt Ryan today.
Brady's going against Carolina.
Yeah, but Carolina still has J.C. Horn and C.J. Henderson. And that defense hasn't been the issue in Carolina.
Oh shit. I'm going Brady. You gotta go Brady.
I'll play Brady too.
I'm going Brady.
TB12, go.
Damian Pierce. Oh my God.
Brady's in the middle.
Pierce, but that's man.
Brady's in the middle of his deployment right now. He's locked in.
Who are you taking? I'm taking Stevenson in this matchup.
I'm playing DP.
Yeah, the matchup is for Stevenson. Pierce is long term. Oh man.
Yeah, long term, you're going Pierce, but right this week I'm going. If those are your 2 options, you got to pick one of them this week.
Stevenson versus the Bears. You're right.
Damian Pierce about to double penetrate the freaking Raiders defense.
Hawkinson versus
shit. TJ Hawkinson and Kyle Pitts are your choice? Holy crap. Like, just go to the waiver wire and like scroll and then pick somebody else, and you'll probably do better than both of those guys.
Did somebody give up on Schultz? Is Schultz available?
I don't know. Why did Dallas activate a 4th tight end today if they really believe that Schultz is back?
Yeah, that's
back.
Wow.
That's kind of weird.
That is weird.
I banked on.
I don't know. If you, I guess you go with Kyle Pitts and you hope that he gets something, because maybe we saw his first touchdown in the United States last week. Maybe he goes for number 2.
I will play Kyle Pitts just because the ceiling is still there. It'll always be there, even if he gets 0 points every single week. Hawkinson is very sporadic, but it feels like anytime that the Lions have healthy wide receivers, they just don't target Hawkinson anymore. They just say, whatever, we're going to go to Amon Ra. Swift being out helps Hawkinson a little bit, though.
What's the next?
Next one.
Mike Evans or Jalen Waddle, PPR at my number 2. What?
Why receiver 2?
He's starting Debo, so he.
Oh, flex is filled with Eckler. will Waddle play? Waddle will play, but Mike Evans, again, is going against these dogs.
Hey, Doug was like,
I'm
"Hey,
go-
stop giving that advice."
I'm going Mike Evans. I think he's scoring a touchdown today for sure.
See, I would go Mike Evans and Waddle over Debo.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
I know. He says he's putting Debo in his number one spot, and then wants us to pick between the other two. But I would bench Debo and put the other two.
Yes, Finn. I didn't want to throw you off, but I'm happy Joe said that. I would go Evans and Waddle.
This team is insane. They got Eckler in the flex.
Yeah,
it's a 3-team league.
A 4-team league. Jesus.
This is the last ones for Scottie. Bateman, Dubs. I call him Dubs, but what was it Romeo Dubs?
Dubs.
Dubs. I call him Dubs for the W that he doesn't provide. Pacheco just named the starter in Kansas City, guys. If he's out there, some people dropped him this week because of the bye week. They had to get rid of a player. He wasn't the guy. I picked him up personally. Nice. Terry or Pickens in the standard league this week. So you got to flex one. Just pick one.
The Chief. He was named the starter. I'm going with him. I know that Heineke's in for Washington. That's tough because Washington's without a tight end and Dotson's not back either.
So I'm guessing that's Terry McLaurin. And hey, you have Heineke, right? Mike will tell you that Heineke loves him, loves throwing it to Terry. So I think
I'm going to the Chief. I'm putting the Chief.
I would go Pacheco too because anytime Bateman and Romeo have, they have potential, right? You have to hope for that big play. At least you know somebody's going to get the ball and they're going to try to give them the ball at the running back position. I'm going with the running back over the wide receivers.
All right, fellas. Good luck, everybody. We'll talk to you next week.
All right, Scottie. See you later.
Fantasy football.
Playing, Mike.
Keenan Allen is on the fence on playing, trending positive, as the Chargers are saying. One thing to keep an eye on, Eric, is that the Chargers are down a bunch of receivers today, so they may push it a little more. They said that Keenan could have played last week, and he wanted to take the extra week off and possibly the bye week off, into the bye week, because what we got this week, after this week, we got the bye week. So we'll see. Keep an eye on the news. I think it's going to be decisions to be made an hour before the game starts.
Oh, this is actually a pretty good offer. Trade Kelsey, Ramondre Stevenson for JT, Breece Hall, and Njoku. Oh man, I might depend on the rest of your team and how much you really need. Like I don't know who your other running back is, but man, you're getting. I might do that one because you're giving up. Basically, Stevenson's been playing really great and he's been doing good, but Damian Harris is coming back. They're going to start splitting the load again. So you're getting two bona fide starting running backs. And Njoku's a top 8 tight end this year. He's actually playing really good, getting the targets. And you're giving up Kelsey, who's the number one, and we agreed Kelsey is a badass. But what you're getting in return is well worth it. I would do this trade.
And we're getting closer and closer to a quarterback return in Houston, the quarterback upgrade or Cleveland. Sorry, I'm really out of whack today. But yeah, I would smash accept on this. I'm a huge Ramondre Stevenson fan. I love his game, but we all know what's going to happen when Dame Harris comes back. They're going to start splitting those carries, and Dame's going to get the goal line work. So, and JT is going to come on eventually. He has to, but Breece Hall is turning it on right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You get Breece Hall, you're good. Yeah. McDaniel should have kept in New England with us. Joe Judge and Patricia both tried to venture off as their head coach, and they found out their way back. There's been a lot of coaches that ventured off.
Bill's running some kind of mafia over there.
Kamara usually in my flex. I made a bunch of trades. Well, you got to make. Hey, if you ain't trading, you ain't trying, right? Pitts or pick up Mike Gesicki this week.
This is a little bit tougher because, like we said, I think that the Dolphins may be 3-step drops and throw. And if Gesicki's the guy, the first read, and he's open, he's going to throw it to him.
And he should be open against that Pittsburgh defense.
And also, are the Dolphins thinking of? I don't know how wherewithal they are with the deadline, but are they thinking of let's get Gesicki a good game right before the deadline if we're going to trade him? He's on a franchise tag this year, and he's not being used very much in their offense.
Yeah.
So I think I would try Gesicki out, but Pitts has got to come to life eventually, and it's going to happen. And it's going to be a week you have him on your bench. You're going to be pissed about it. Hunt
at the flex, Hunt, Zeke, Metcalf, Kittle, or Hawkinson. I would take out the both tight ends and say no. So then we're just starting one flex. I would think it's between Hunt, Zeke, and Metcalf.
Okay.
I think Zeke has a good game today. To be honest with you,
he could have. Yeah, I have him in one lineup, but I kind of have to. My thing is it just seems like every time Tony Pollard gets in the game, he makes a big play. So they're going to keep trying to get him in the game. Yeah. And Zeke's going to keep having these games where he's kind of touchdown dependent. I think Kareem Hunt is more involved in the scoring in Cleveland.
You don't want me to tell you who I'm going with because I'm going with DK Metcalf, and he burned J.C. Jackson again.
JC's not his matchup. He's got Michael Davis and
either way, I'll take Michael Davis too. I had Taysom Hill at tight end this week. I still can't believe that he's a tight end. Like, hey, and people are like, "Well, is that messed up?" No, it's a glitch, and you get to play it. You do it. Why not? I should have done
as a flex that he could play. Be played in every position if he drafted him. Hot take: Kittle fell off. No. Okay, he didn't fall off. He's just not as involved in the offense because they're going to Debo. They paid Debo.
Yeah, and now CMC's in town. So and plus Kittle's been hurt. Like, it's something that we've always talked about. Kittle, the style that he plays doesn't keep you on the field for 17 games. It doesn't. He plays aggressive. He goes and he's not afraid to back away from those hits. He goes for those extra yards. And that's the thing that you get from Kittle. You know, when you take Kittle in fantasy football, that he might be missing a game here or there. And it's just the way it is. Did he fall off? No, because when he's on the field and he's 100%, because you're going to say, oh, CMC falls off when he's not healthy. You're going to say Barkley fell off. But when they're 100% and they're on the field, they're one of the best players on that field.
Agreed.
Steven is asking where Tony is today.
Tony hates us.
Tony didn't want to join us today because he wants to go and he's down there in LA at SoFi Stadium, tailgating right now, getting everything ready. So all Mike has to do is show up and eat and do nothing else. Mike gets to be on the show while Tony's down there sweating on the barbecue, getting everything ready at SoFi Stadium for the game. I should have went to this game today, Mike, but I was like, no, I'm not doing it.
You don't want to see Geno in action?
No. Next time I'll be in SoFi will be the Chargers and Chiefs.
I'll be there.
And I'll hit up you and Jay. I'll see you guys there. Would you trade Barkley, Justin Jefferson, and no. Hell, no.
You're trading RB1 and wide receiver probably for RB2 and QB5 or whatever Lamar's going to finish as.
Barkley, Justin Jefferson, and Trevor Lawrence for Lamar and Eckler and Christian Kirk. I'm still saying no.
Why wouldn't it be? Wait a minute. Take Jefferson out of this deal.
Yeah, I don't know why you have to put that much, but I like Lamar, and you got what you get at running back. But what you're doing, you're giving up the number one at both running back and wide receiver.
All right, right now Eckler's at 1 and Barkley's at 2, but they're going to go back and forth. I think that Barkley would be the guy to have just for volume's sake. Once Keenan comes back, he's going to take his. You know that. You said that earlier in the show, too. He's going to take his, and it takes away from Eckler, too. It takes away from Mike. It takes away from everybody.
I would be like declining that and like saying, what the fuck are you sending me, dude? Like, don't ever send me that.
I would send a counter. Send a counter with the worst receiver and see if he'll accept it. If you can get Lamar and Eckler for just basically Barkley, a bench receiver, and Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, but it seems like that if that guy's asking for Justin Jefferson, there's nothing that's going to change his mind. Right there, Mike. I do have one on TikTok. I'm here on TikTok. If you guys are watching on TikTok, come on over to MJT Football on YouTube and check it out. But somebody's asking Stevenson, Chubb, JT, Pierce, or Barkley. Damn, he has all those running backs. He said pick 3.
Pick 3: Stevenson, Chubb, Pierce, and Barkley.
And Taylor, Chubb, Stevenson, Pierce, and Barkley. Holy crap. What kind of league is that?
Chubb, Barkley.
And JT is who I'd go. I mean, the other guys are going to have – Stevenson and Pierce have great matchups. I mean, you gotta find a way to find out. I don't know why you have all those guys. I'd be trading those guys.
Get some receivers.
There's no point to hold on to all 5 of those running backs. You need to trade one of them, especially when running backs. This is the year that running backs are down. Like I would find a good trade partner and pick up some wide receivers. If you guys, like I said, MJT Football on YouTube is the place to be. We can pull your stuff up right up on the screen, just like we did for Eric Dragon 525. Would you trade Schultz? Yeah, I would trade Schultz for Njoku. I would do that right now. I would immediately hit that button right now. I traded Njoku for Kyle Pitts earlier this season, and it's been the best trade I've ever made.
Yeah, these tight ends that are failing, there's no reason to really be super patient with them, especially with Dalton Schultz in his situation. He has knee problems.
Yeah, and he said it's in a dynasty league. Yeah, I would still make dynasty league, regular league. I don't give a damn. I'm making that trade.
Njoku's young. He's just as young as Schultz, if not younger, I think.
Somebody said that the guy's wide receiver is probably Randall Cobb and T.Y. Hilton with all those running backs.
He traded all those.
Yeah, I want to see the rest, unless it's some like 4-man league or some crazy stuff like that. I don't get it. Mike, we've been making fun of this guy in my fantasy league. He's number 1, right? He was the number 1 team going into this week. He's 5-1. He had Josh Allen leading his team. So Josh Allen was leading his team. He made a trade, and he traded Josh Allen. And he traded Josh Allen and who was the receiver that he gave up? Damn it! Now I'm missing out on it. He traded Josh Allen. I'll pull it up right here. Hold on. Where's it at? Oh, I can't pull it up. That sucks. Why can't I pull it up? I was going to talk about this trade, but no, it's not worth it because I can't even bring it up.
Oh, well, what is the trade?
Anyways, he traded Josh Allen. Fuck, who's the wide receiver that he gave up?
Is it a good wide receiver?
Yeah. A.J. Brown. So Josh Allen and A.J. Brown is who he traded. Right? And then let me just pull his team up. That's probably the easiest way to go.
And
he got Leonard Fournette, Deontay Johnson, Geno Smith, and he got one more. Who's the other guy that he got? But out of those 3 right now, are you happy with that?
Not for Josh Allen.
Oh, and Aaron Jones. So Aaron Jones, Leonard Fournette, Deontay Johnson, and who was the other guy I said? And Geno Smith for Josh Allen. Come on, dude.
And A.J. Brown, too.
And A.J. Brown.
He didn't even need to give up A.J. Brown that deal. He could have gave up bench guys with Josh Allen to just make that deal. But damn, that's...
And he's like, I know what I'm doing. And then we're like, no, you don't. No, you don't. No, you
don't. I'm not the biggest fan of Deontay down the stretch of the season. I have him in a league. I'm trying to trade him. If anyone wants to send me offers that's in that league, it's a 32-man league, so someone's got to want him. But it's just because I think that Pickens is just going to keep coming on more and more and more. And then A. Jones is inconsistent. Leonard Fournette is inconsistent. Josh Allen is going to score like 1,000 points this year. He's going crazy right now.
Yeah, and he's like trying to talk crap to me because I offered him Kirk Cousins and Dameon Pierce for Josh Allen and A.J. Dillon, and he's like, you think this was better? And I was like, a little bit. I think it was a little bit better.
Yeah, I think
basically he got Fournette. I told him basically you got Fournette for Josh Allen and A.J. Brown. If the other guys were playing 100%, you did all right. But come on.
I mean, Josh Allen is flirting with the territory where you start to look at what he's doing and how much more he's scoring than running backs this year, where he's going to move up boards. And he's already a late 2nd or early 3rd round pick this year.
Yeah, it's
rushing upside is crazy. Remember, Mahomes was getting taken in like the end of the 1st round in some leagues a couple years ago after the 50 touchdown season.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Mike, make the trade go through. So is there a trade that you're not pushing through, Mike? Is there a reason that you're not pushing the trade through?
I'll be talking about the Schultz trade. You might have just pulled the trigger on it.
Oh, okay. Kenyon Drake or Damian Harris or Melvin Gordon.
Damian Harris.
These three, which two should I start? So you got to start two, Mike. Start two out of Drake, Harris, and Gordon.
Ooh.
I'm pushing Gordon this week just because they screwed him over last week and they made him look bad. I think they overcorrected and give him more carries this week. And then between Harris and Drake, I know a lot of people are high on Drake, but you can't trust that Baltimore offense and who's going to be a star every single week. I mean, you have Lamar, and then it's like Andrews, and then who? Then it's like
Joe.
So if Damian Harris is playing, I'm going Damian Harris.
Like a hero, like a hero in the night coming through as like the little steam is going out of the drains. Gus Edwards is back this week as J.K. Dobbins goes out. Gus, bus. But I'm sure they'll work him back into the lineup slowly, but if they do start to find success with him in the game, they'll go away from Drake real quick for Gus Edwards.
Yeah, I'm not buying it either. So
I was Gordon Harris. I didn't know Dame was playing today. I thought it was Ramondre all the way again this week.
Well, I think he is back, but I don't think he's 100% back.
Yeah, they're gonna ease him back. Is Renee still here? He'll know more about that.
Yeah, he should be. Everything I've read that he should be back this week. But yeah, so he's saying that T.J. Watt comes back next week. Steelers need him. I'm gonna tell you that right now. They do need him. In one league, we have a defensive player, and somebody dropped Watt, so he's healthy. I have Parsons and Watts. Winner gets a free jersey. Dang it! Even like, who do you start in that one, Mike? Like, who would you take in a defensive player, Parsons or T.J. Watt?
You have to pick one?
Yeah, like you have to play. If you had to start one, who are you taking?
T.J. Watt.
So T.J. Watt when he comes back, Dragon. There you go. Harrison says good morning. Good morning, Harrison.
Hello. Drop some questions, Harrison. It depends because in some defensive leagues, sacks count for more than tackles, but in some defensive league, tackles count the same as sacks. If tackles count the same as sacks, Micah. But if sacks are going to get you, 4 points per sack, then TJ is going to get more sacks throughout the year. It just depends. And strip sacks, too. This is a big one. Fumble recoveries are worth a lot in IDP, I know. So we'll see. I don't know. Flex one. Bateman, Dobbs, Pacheco, Terry, or Pickens. I feel like we already answered this, didn't we?
I think this guy came from TikTok, so he probably never. I don't know if he saw it, but yeah, I think we already answered this one. I was going. It was between Pacheco and Terry McLaren, and I'm going Pacheco. And you were going Terry.
I think Wishlist said Pacheco, so you got 2 out of 3 for Pacheco.
Okay. If you're playing multiple, then yeah, you do that. Why not?
Play them both.
You're telling me I'm a Steeler fan. It's been a bumpy road this year. Yeah, Steeler fans. Hey, but the great thing is you have Mike Tomlin, and sometimes he figures crap out, and he makes magic happen. So Steeler fans, I know you guys are going to be riding high over that Tampa Bay win because everybody wrote Steelers off, and then they went in and beat Tampa Bay and Steeler and Tom Brady.
Yeah, maybe I'm tripping, Desmond. Maybe I'm tripping, Des. I don't know if you guys are subscribed to the channel, but please, if you guys are just showing up for the first time, subscribe to the channel. We do this every Sunday morning. We also do a pick'em show. We also do a recap show every week. We do all these shows. So just subscribe, turn on notifications. You can be here when we go live. We are pretty interactive with the chat like this on all shows. So if you guys like interactive stuff, that's kind of right down our alley. All right, here we go. Lockett, Alec Pierce, or Gallup. Who do I bench? So you got to keep 2, I think. I would bench Alec Pierce.
I would bench Alec Pierce as well in this one, just because we know what Lockett is, and then Gallup coming back with him and Dak going to go back at it. Alec Pierce he's been coming on as of late, and I like the matchup too, but I'm going with the guys that I know can get it done.
I think no matter which way that game goes between the Chargers and the Seahawks, both teams got to throw. Whether the Chargers go out to a big lead and the Seahawks got to try and throw their way back in, or it's back and forth and both teams are throwing. I think that the receivers are going to get points. Same question. Dolphins defense or Ravens defense? Dolphins versus Pittsburgh. Who's Baltimore playing again? They're playing
Sorry, I was
Cleveland.
messing around. But yeah.
I will go Dolphins versus Pittsburgh. I think they'll get a pick. At least one.
Dez, subscribe. Thank you, Dez.
Oh, shout out to Dez. He heard me. Two?
I don't know. I would go Dolphins defense over the Ravens defense, but that's just me.
Yeah.
Pick 2, Burrow, Lawrence, or Jimmy G.
Burrow's starting to get a little hot. Burrow's got to get in the lineup. This one's tough,
Burrow.
but with CMC there, I think I'm going to go with T-Law narrowly. It just comes down to, does Jimmy G throw these touchdowns on the goal line or hand them off? Which one is it going to be? To CMC and Debo, obviously. Yeah. I'm going to go with T-Law. I think T-Law has more rushing upside than Jimmy G, too. Not that T-Law is going to have 60 yards rushing, but could he pop 2 15-yard runs? I think it's a lot more possible than Jimmy G.
And I know a lot of people are high on the Giants, and I got a lot of people came into my live the other day, and they were all Giants fans, and they were like, "You're a hater. You hate on the Giants." Giants are going to get ran all over today. I'm going to tell you that today. I picked the Jaguars to beat the Giants today, and I think going with Trevor Lawrence is good. But the Giants' defense is good, but they're going to be Etienne's going to have a great day today, and I'll go with Lawrence.
I'm sticking with the G-Men. Go G-Men.
Mike, Harrison hates you and loves you at the same time.
What the hell, Harrison?
Steven, and we got 2 Panther fans in here. Steven and Harrison are both Panther fans, right? So they're both hating life right now.
Don't worry, guys.
I'm a Raider fan, and I'm 1-4, and I'm like, yeah, Raiders come back. These guys have nothing to hope for. They're Panther fans, have nothing to hope for.
Draft season's coming, Panther fans.
We trust in Mike. That's the man.
Me?
No, it said Mike T, so you're not Mike T.
Mike.
Patriots defense or Bucks defense?
Patriots.
Man, I think you have to go Patriots defense because that offense in Chicago
they can't score. Even if they don't turn the ball over, like you're gonna get a low score. It's gonna be 10 points for sure. And that's
thank you, Deez. Thank you for subbing. Everybody else who's in here, if you haven't subbed already or hit the like button, please do. If you're on TikTok, please come over to MJT Football on YouTube. It's easier for me to pull your stuff on the screen over there than on TikTok. But I appreciate everybody who's turning in and liking and subscribing. We do this every Sunday morning, and we have shows throughout the week that are all football related. Is CMC playing today for the Niners? Yes, he is suiting up. Zero in the house. What's up, Zero? St. Brown or Damian Pierce in the flex this week?
DP.
St. Brown, he hasn't, like the last 2 weeks where he had the bye week and then he had the injury week. He's been amazing when he's on the field, but I'm going with Pierce because I could trust him a little bit more knowing that he is healthy.
20 carries. The coach said it. Well, who are your receivers? Because it's hard. It's a hard out for Amon-Ra. You got to have Devontae Adams and Jamar Chase or something.
My Cowboys are about to lose because they don't have Cooper Rush.
Dak is back. Don't worry. You're in safe hands, Zero.
Josh Jacobs in a FanDuel situation, I like it. I like it. Because they're learning, like they're feeding Josh Jacobs. Feed Josh Jacobs.
I know a lot of those lineups, Joe, too, are like best players. Like you'll get like 10 players and your best 7 make up your points. And that's just a good try at him if a lot of people aren't picking him up for the popular backs.
It's it's not – I don't want to make it political, but I can't wait till California election's over and everybody votes in that we can start online gambling and doing these FanDuel apps because I get pissed off every Sunday that I can't do that FanDuel app. We could do regular FanDuel, but we can't do like the what's the other second app that FanDuel has that everybody gets to use. So I can't wait until California passes that unless everybody's a bitch about it.
I can't wait also because I freaking get banned on TikTok because gambling is illegal in California online technically. So like if I promote anything that even seems like gambling, like pick'ems, they try and ban me for it.
Yeah.
I see other people just full blown with their freaking lines and picks in green screens that are in New York. Like, this sucks.
Yeah, so that's what I'm hoping. Like, come on, California, do it right. Do it right. I thought Dallas was done after week 1. You were wrong. Hey, Dallas's schedule is it's a cakewalk. It's a good schedule for a team that's not great and not an elite team, but a good team, and it plays solid. That anybody can win with that schedule. I'm telling you right now. Just go look at it.
But their defense has been off the charts. They've been balling out. Mike D, Mike Dubs, Chargers. Mike me? This Mike? I think it's this Mike 0. I can't wait. It's going to be a fun one.
Noah Brown or Chuba this week. I would go with the starter in Panther. No. You got to go with the starter. If you're going to go, you're going to go with the starter in Carolina. I don't like either one of them, but you go with Chuba over Noah Brown.
Nah, I'm playing Noah Brown. Screw Chuba Hubbard.
You're crazy.
I'm sick of his ass.
You're crazy. Stash White or Pacheco. You stash both if you can.
Yeah. Pacheco is the better option now, but I would stash both if you can.
Here's the thing about White in Tampa Bay is Fournette is taking that whole load. How long can he continue to do it? And then White will be right there, and he'll take the whole load because Tampa Bay doesn't like it. Pacheco is starting in the top offense in the league, which means he's going to get more options and more touchdown opportunities. But they have other options to go to as well, and you know how Andy Reid is. If you can stash both, you go with it. But if you got to play one, you go with Pacheco.
I would stash Rachaad White over most of these kind of mid-tier wide receivers they're getting stashed right now. I think that there's a league we were talking about earlier where I'm stashing Rachaad White instead of playing a defense. I don't want to lose him. So, yeah, if it ever happens, anything ever happens, not going to want anything to happen to Leonard Fournette. His volume is insane. Rachaad White is just going to fill in his role. Rachaad White's a similar back, just a little bit faster, a little smaller.
Is Nelson Aguilar playing tomorrow? He's still questionable. If you have other options, you need to play him because you don't want to wait till tomorrow and not have a wide receiver to go.
Yeah.
Debo got. So you're gonna play Debo over St. Brown? Oh, that's you.
And Godwin over.
Do you think anyone else from the Panthers gets traded? Look, Steven, I read something today, and I said the Panthers organization is stupid. They got offered. This is what Adam Scheffler reported. They got offered 2 first-round picks for Burns today or this weekend sometime, and they said no. They said no to 2 first-round picks. You are a rebuilding franchise that has absolutely nothing, and you're gonna turn that deal down. If somebody offered you 2 first-round picks for Burns, I don't give a damn how great of a player he is because now you screwed yourself in negotiations with Burns from now on because now he's gonna say I'm better than 2 first-round picks. Pay me, and you take that damn deal. I don't know why the Panthers didn't take that deal, and that's why it makes me think that it's not a true deal. Sometimes Adam Scheffler probably gets some bullshit.
Yeah, I wonder which team is sending in 2 first-round picks for Brian Burns.
Maybe the Eagles sent that, or maybe the Panthers told them and were like, "Hey, somebody offered us 2 to build up the price a little bit." But if they really got offered 2 first-round picks for Burns, and they turn that down, then there's a lot more going on in Carolina than just coaching.
Got some GM problems. Eagles have the easiest schedule. Yeah, that's why I think they're gonna freaking win that division. What else we got here? We got.
Do you think Herbie will have a big game? Last week he screwed me with no TDs.
Yeah, I think he's playing a little bit of an easier defense. The Seahawks are bottom 5 in everything. That includes passing yards allowed, total yards allowed, touchdowns allowed, points allowed, everything. So he should have a good day today. The only concern is the injuries to the receivers, but I think he'll make it work regardless of who's out there. That's what I'm saying. Gerald Everett, Mike Williams, Keenan Allen's out. Those guys are money players this week. If Keenan Allen's in, then Keenan Allen's your money player probably.
Full PPR, you're going to go with Jerry Jeudy or Gallup?
Gallup.
Yeah, I'm going Gallup.
Gallup got his money and got his establishment in the offense when Dak was in a quarterback throwing him the football. He likes him.
Aaron Jones or Dameon Pierce?
DP.
I'm going Dameon Pierce as well. Aaron Jones just hasn't showed you anything. Let me go back on some of these. Mostert or Stevenson. Of course, you're going Stevenson. Stevenson has a great matchup today. Robert Woods or Bateman. That's actually a pretty good one right there. Robert Woods or Bateman.
I'll probably go with Bateman. I'm not on Robert Woods. I'm not really on the Tennessee Titans.
The thing I like about Robert Woods is he's the guy right now in Tennessee. Like, they have nobody else to throw it to besides him, so he'll get the receptions. Bateman has the big play potential, but I'm probably going with I would probably go Robert Woods. Steven taking off. All right, Steven, have a great one. Always great to see you here on Sunday mornings. Same old sports in the house. What's good? Same old sports. Enjoying that 5-1 Giant start, are you? Yes, we are starting CMC. He's asking, are you guys starting CMC? We are starting CMC. You put him in the flex if you have to. Keep him in your lineup. Even if CMC gets 10 to 15 plays, 10 to 15 plays of CMC is better than most running backs this year. Davis Mills is going to be a dog for me in fantasy. Joe, you better watch out. Yeah, a dog like you mean like shit? Like, yeah, then you play Davis Mills. There's no reason you should even have Davis Mills against anybody. Same old sports starting Derek Carr today. It's good to go. Kate Otten or Foster Moreau. Who you taking, Mike?
I would go. I had the same decision, and I went with Kate Otten, but it's close. I think Kate Otten's the highest ceiling play. Foster Monroe's a little safer play because Darren Waller's out, right? He's not playing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Monroe is going to get a few targets. I think Kate Otten has the bigger chance at a huge game, but
because Brayton's out, so I'd probably go Kate Otten just because I know that when Tom Brady gets closer to the end zone, he targets tight ends.
Yeah, and there's a lot of weapons in Vegas for the ball to go around too. It doesn't need to go through the tight end.
I don't know. With Hunter Renfrow and Mac Hollins might be out today, so you never know.
Oh, they're out? I didn't know they were out.
Well, they're still questioning game time decisions. It seems like the Raiders got hurt more during a bye week than a regular game. Does Debo and every other offensive player on the Niners value drop or rise in addition to CMC? That's what we're going to find out today. That's what we're going to find out today. I don't think it drops Debo as much, but I just want to know where Jimmy G's head's at. Like, is Jimmy G going to force it to CMC every time he's in there and like try to dump it off? That's what I want to know.
I think it should stay the same. It's all those carries and stuff. They run the ball a lot already. All that's just going to go to CMC. The same carries, the same stuff that was taken away from Debo before now just goes to number 23. It doesn't necessarily just take away from Debo too much unless they do start to force it or something.
Here, pick two, Mike. Waddle, Bateman, Curtis Samuel, or Josh Reynolds?
Oof. Waddle and Bateman.
I'm probably going Waddle, Bateman.
I'm going Waddle and Bateman also.
That's how I'd do
it.
Jerry Jeudy, London, or Lockett. Start two. I'd go London, Drake London, and Lockett.
Me too. Lockett is confirmed to play today. He's been dealing with the hammy also.
And then I got to tell you guys, Etienne, I'm starting Travis Etienne this week. He has a great matchup I know Same Old Sports is in here, and he's like, I'm loving life right now. 5-1 Giants. Well, they're going to be 5-2 after today.
Oh, my God.
Josh Allen's on a bye, so joke. 5-1, only lost his to Dallas. I think Debo's stock drops a little bit. It could drop a little bit, but we're going to find out today how much Jimmy G goes. Watching NFL highlights with my cousin, and there was a lot of Deshaun Jackson, and it reminded me of the time I cheated out. I got cheated out of a Deshaun Jackson jersey.
Oh, yeah. I remember that. You know what happened? Someone messaged me pretending to be Zero, and I didn't double check that it was actually him. Someone just made a fake account, and I sent it to them.
Wow. Yeah. Did you guys hear that Watson's getting into another lawsuit? No, I did not. I know he got that. Didn't he get a DUI or something like that?
DUI? Ooh. What a great human.
Right. Kenyon Drake or Tyler Algier? I'm not liking either one of those. I'd probably lean more towards Drake.
Yeah, me too. Unfortunately.
That's just me. I'd probably go more Drake.
Drake can run. Yeah, he's wearing 23, I think, Eric, unless something changes from what I saw the other day.
Yeah, he was wearing 23 at practice. Brandon Ayuk or Daryl Mooney?
I don't know how much. Ayuk's stock does kind of get hurt with the CMC ad because Ayuk's kind of your underneath worker, and now CMC's gonna work underneath also. I would probably go with Darnell Mooney, but this is not a good decision to be making, Jack. Ayuk probably has a better chance at scoring a touchdown.
I would go Ayuk. I know Mooney has been having better games, but when that's your only weapon, it's going to make it a lot easier for the defense.
You're right.
Stop Mooney. So I would go Ayuk.
I'm gonna go Ayuk also. Actually, don't mind.
Yeah, CMC is playing today. They said that he's probably going to play 10 to 15. Hey, I'm on the majority or the minority this week because I think the Kansas City Chiefs are going to blow the 49ers out. I think they're going to come out and just dominate them. So I think CMC might get a little bit more reps than they want because they're going to be getting their butts kicked. That's me. Vegas said it's only Chiefs favored by 1 or favored by one. So they think it's going to be a closer game, but I don't see this being a close game today.
I think it just depends on what the Niners D-line can do to disrupt Mahomes. Nick Bosa's back, so if he can get back there and get on 15, it's going to be a close one. If he can't, then it's going to be a Chiefs field day because the secondary of the Niners is not really intact. Hunt's going to game against Baltimore. I think that he will, actually. I'm feeling good about Hunt today. I got him in one lineup.
Yeah, Mike likes Hunt today. And you never know. It's a division game where you're going to pull out all the stops, and depending on who else you got, you would play Hunt. CMC is going to look ugly in that 49er uniform. Mike, I have a feeling I'm 2-1 in that NFL league. He's 4-2. They got Drake for Noah Brown and just got a better tight end, and Dak is back. So I haven't made any moves in that NFL league because you told me I was the Raiders, and I'm the Raiders. I'm going to win as the Raiders.
I haven't made any moves either. I think the idea for me was that the moves would be made during the off seasons. Because I have the Chargers. I'm 3-3, but I'm on a 3-game win streak. I got unlucky the first couple of weeks with high scoring Geno Smith games and shit.
Yeah, there's a lot of ties dragging between CMC, the 49ers, CMC, Kyle Shanahan playing for his dad, played for his dad, and all that stuff. Brian Robinson or Isaiah Pacheco. Telling you right now. NFL Works, I haven't seen you before. If you haven't been here, please hit that like and subscribe button to help us out a lot. But I'm going Isaiah Pacheco this week because Brian Robinson, great story. Everything's good about him, but he just hasn't produced the way I want him to for fantasy football.
He scored last week.
Okay.
I don't like the Chiefs backfield. I've never been a fan of picking up running backs and relying on them heavily. Like even CEH, even in situations where people are trying to offer me CEH and some crazy deals, I just say no because I don't really want Chiefs running backs. They don't throw the ball. Or they don't run the ball into the end zone. They throw it. Hey, I appreciate you, NFL Works. Appreciate you. But yeah, we're live all the time. So turn on those notifications. Hit that little bell, and you'll be able to come and tune in more often. And when Tony's also here, we have a third co-host usually here. Bolt up, Eric. Bolt up. Gotta get this stuff.
Me and the Niners. Devontae Adams will request a trade after a loss today. People want to talk shit. Oh, thank you for the hand heart. Jalen Waddle, St. Brown, Gallup, Jacoby Myers, Pierce, and Keenan Allen. He needs 3.
Jalen Waddle, Pierce. Is that what you said?
Yeah, Pierce, Myers, Gallup, St. Brown, and Allen.
Pierce and Allen. If Allen's playing, you got to keep it on the news.
So if Keenan Allen's playing, you play Keenan Allen, and then I would go St. Brown and Waddle over the other guy. If Keenan Allen's not playing, I pick up Michael. Then I play Michael Gallup.
Okay, yeah, they got to figure it out the times because I know that Lions game's earlier in the day.
Yeah. Are you going with Algier or are you going with Latavius Murray?
I'll go with Algier. I don't know. That's like, are you going with freaking Juju or Mooney? Like, how do I choose between Algier and Murray?
I'll go with Latavius Murray just because of that backfield there. And I've seen Algier. He's putting up 60 points. He gets you 6 points a game. But I personally believe Huntley's the better running back in Atlanta, so that's why I stay away from Algier just a little bit.
Which is weird because Algier had all the preseason and camp hype.
Lockett or Bateman? I'm going Lockett.
Lockett. There is a little bit of concern with Lockett dealing with the hammy, but Bateman's dealing with an injury too.
So, Anderson, what's going on? Haven't seen you. I don't know if you are new to the program, but if you are, appreciate it. Thank you guys for showing up. Please hit that like and subscribe button. Help us out a little bit. But he's saying, what's your thoughts on Curtis Samuel today?
I would look at some of the other options. I think that Tyler Heineke is going to do a less of that gadget play stuff. He's just going to drop back, stand in the pocket, and if he starts to feel pressure, try and take off. And he's going to throw to Terry McLaurin. That's what I keep saying. So I'm hoping that it comes true.
Yeah, and he'll get that offense corrected a little bit where they're going back to the main guys like Terry McLaurin, and we'll see. But I would look for other options than Curtis Samuel today, and then watch once we go and turn on the red zone and stuff. Watch Samuel go for 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of weird. They've got Samuel and Gibson, and they both kind of have similar games. So it weirds me out. Samuel's a receiver, but he plays at the backfield. Gibson's a receiver. So.
NFL Works is asking a question. He says, it might sound dumb. This is not a dumb question. Everybody's questioning this. Everybody's worried about CMC and how much he's going to play because normally CMC, it's a lock. You put him in there. But CMC or Brian Robinson, CMC is going to play, and they're going to get him on the field. And I think where they're really going to get him on the field is in the red zone situations when they're down there in the red zone. Because why not? Hey, do this, and you give your best playmaker the ball and see what he can do on his own. Sometimes they don't need to know the play; they just make it go on their own. So it's not a dumb question because everybody's questioning it. NFL Works, but I'm going with CMC, especially over Robinson.
He costs a lot of money, too. So, you know what's a good way to get his jersey sales up? Give him 2 touchdowns in the first game.
Yeah, to shut the haters up for the trade, that's what you do. You go out there and you have the big game. Everett or Pitts? Gerald Everett or Kyle Pitts? Who are you taking?
Kyle Pitts. If Keenan Allen's in.
Kyle Pitts over Everett?
If Keenan Allen's in. But if Keenan Allen's out, then go Everett. We just went away from targeting Everett as much as we were earlier in the year. And I think it's a shame because he looked like he was going to be a top 5 tight end possibly this year. Traded Dalvin Cook and KJ Osborne.
Oh, he traded 4 of them.
Oh, okay, yeah. You'll take a loss if your team is good. That's okay. Take 1 loss because of bye weeks and keep your team intact.
Yeah, it's okay if you're 5. That's why you have all those wins. If you're 5-1 and you have some bye weeks and you don't want to drop people, it's okay. Some people will talk crap in your league and be like, "Why didn't you play somebody in that flex?" You might, and you might steal a victory, leaving an empty spot. But sometimes you don't want to drop that players and you take a loss. It's okay. Brad Toms, what's going on? Welcome to the show. I don't think we've ever seen you before. Like we've been telling everybody else, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Help us out a lot. But PPR, Mike, pick 2. Travis Etienne, James Robinson, Cooks, Pierce, Mooney, Algier, or Foreman.
Etienne and Cooks.
I'm for sure Etienne's in there. For sure. I know he's in there because I know I think he's gonna have a great game.
Even if the Raiders go up big on the Texans and they start having to throw the ball in garbage time, Cooks is gonna be able to beat some of those Raiders.
Yeah, and Cooks has always proven it. And Cooks is in a lot of trade talks right now too. Did you see that? Maybe I should get it this time. I'm happy CMC got traded to the Niners. I traded Pitts, Olave, and Jamal Williams for him about 2 weeks ago. You gave up a lot for him. You gave up what the Niners gave up for him. But yeah, hopefully it works out for you, and hopefully it works out for your fantasy team. And hey, if you ain't trading, you ain't trying, NFL. So that's what I always tell people. Like if you're sitting back in fantasy football and you're like, even if your team is 5-1 or 6-0, it's not going to continue throughout the rest of the year. You got to make trades. What you want to do is you want to build and get better players at every position. You want to end the year with top players at every position. So even if you're sitting there and because some of those 5 or 6-0 teams, sometimes you just got lucky with good matchups. And towards the end of the season, it's going to work itself back out. So you need to be trading. You need to be checking that waiver wire every week.
I try and check it every day. You never know when someone's going to make a mistake and drop somebody like Isaiah Pacheco, who gets announced a starter the next day.
That's right. That's right. Mike, we should be wrapping this up right now because you got a game to get to. You got to get to SoFi. You got to go see Tony Tucker. We appreciate everybody that tuned in. All the new people that have been in here. Thank you. We work hard for this. NFLMike on TikTok. You guys can check him out. He's doing his thing daily over there. Brad Thomas. We got one more from Brad Thomas before we.
Oof.
One more PPR. Pick one, Mike.
Oof.
It's a tough one.
I think
I'm going Drake.
Yeah, I was gonna say Drake also. I think both Drake and Robinson have the touchdown upside here. And DJ Moore, just hold on, Brad. He might get traded. If he gets traded to a better situation, DJ Moore's value is immediately going to just go through the roof. We'll see what happens with the trade there. But I'd say Robinson or London, whichever one you're leaning personally, your gut's telling you is going to score a touchdown today because that's what you're banking on.
Any thoughts, any guarantees for today, Mike?
No. I didn't think of a guarantee today. I guarantee that the Brett Ripken's going to beat the Jets and cause a QB controversy.
Hey, Mike. Oh. Mike, here's Meat Hammer, the guy I was telling you. He's the one that got Josh Allen and A.J. Brown. He acquired Josh Allen and A.J. Brown for the guys I told you. And he's in the chat saying that it's a great move. That he didn't give – he goes, I gave up a ton to get Josh Allen and A.J. Brown.
I want to know how many more points is Josh Allen scoring than all of those players that you got for him combined?
No, he got Josh Allen.
Oh, he got Josh Allen.
Yeah, he's the one that went and screwed the guy over. Yeah, he got Josh Allen. But he's trying to tell the league that he didn't that he gave up a lot.
He did give up a lot, but a lot of mid. For elite.
Mike's going to the Charger game. Yes, Mike will be there, guys. If you guys are at SoFi Stadium and you guys see Mike, tell him what's up. Take a picture with him. Also, guys, next week is our big Halloween. So if you guys got pictures of yourself or your dogs or whatever, your family, and you want to send us Halloween pictures, get a hold of us on Instagram or TikTok. Find a way to get a hold of us at Joe Morley Sports, at NFLMike. MJT Football on Instagram as well. Send us your pictures because we want to put it on the air. We want to get it on the air. We want to just have a great time because we come in costume. We do all that stuff. I think last year Mike was Superman or something like that.
I was Captain America.
Look at this trade, Mike.
Here it is. I got Allen and A.J. Brown for Fournette, Jones, Deontay, and Geno. Yeah, you won this trade, Big Baller Cards. There's no question about it. It's not even close. It sucks losing those two running backs, but I assume that you got somebody. Otherwise, you wouldn't trade them. And the running backs are inconsistent, too. You're not even trading, like, top 5 running back. Deontay, I'm not a fan of Deontay this year. I think that was a good trade to get rid of him.
So he has Breece Hall and Benjamin as his running backs right now.
Oh, he's going to want
to – He has Foreman on the bench, Connor on the bench, White on the bench.
That's a lot of faith in not Breece. Who was the second guy you said there? Was it Benjamin?
Benjamin who just got 25 points on Thursday night.
Off of one big game. That's a lot of faith in him.
But like I'm doing this year, and Baller's seen it, is I've gone completely away from running backs and gone all wide receivers, especially in PPR. I saw the trend going the way that we've been doing it this year, and it's like, why am I holding? Like, even our number one, Barkley's our number one running back, and he's 12th or 13th in scoring in PPR. I'm not holding on to running backs. Mike saying have fun at the game. I got Breece Hall and the Arizona backfield. The whole Arizona backfield. All right, Zero, have a great day. We appreciate you guys turning in. Hey, hopefully you guys get those dubs in fantasy football. If you don't blame it on us. Blame it on Mike. Nobody else but Mike. Raiders going to get back on the winning track today. Geno Smith is going to make that trade look horrible today. For big dollars. Any last words, Mike?
No, I got nothing. I hope everyone wins their matchups today, unless you're playing against me.
All right. See you guys next week. We'll see you guys during the week when we do our NFL recap show of Week 7. And then we also do our Pick'em Challenge where you guys can join the Mike Pick'em Challenge. Make sure you guys get in there each and every week. Mike can send you the link. You guys can find the link everywhere on there because when you guys are picking against us, Mike gives away free gifts every week if you win.
Yeah. You got to win, and you got to tune into the next video. That's it. Bam. Send in.
Yeah. NFL works. Thank you. Thank you, dude. Thanks for showing up. Big Ballers, always great. Meat Hammer.
Bada boom, bada bang, bada boom. Let's dance out of here.
Meat Hammer stole Josh Allen.
Are winning today.